I'm Doug Thompson of BDS, and welcome to Stories That Matter. My special guest today is Melanie Hart. And Melanie, thank you so much for being on.
Oh, well, thanks for having me. It's good to be
We're
here.
in the, yeah, it's our pleasure. And it's the middle of the afternoon. Have you already done one show today?
Not today. I haven't done one today. So
Okay.
I'm off today. You caught me on a good day.
Hey, that's a good deal. I'm glad for that. And of course, you perform in Branson in multiple locations in Branson, and you've got a family that also performs. Your husband performs. I want to go back to your really early days because God gives each of us a particular talent, and you obviously have a talent for performing, for music, for playing instruments. And how did that happen? Tell me about your parents and where did you grow up?
I grew up in a little town called Des Arc, Arkansas. It's northeast of Little Rock, about 75 miles. And mom, she played piano in church. Dad, he loved bluegrass music, played guitar. And I started picking around on the piano when I was 3 and singing harmony when I was little. So, I started out in the church. And then as I got a little older, Dad started taking me around to bluegrass festivals. And I got to see Bill Monroe and all them. And I just really loved the fiddle. And that's where it all started. When I was 10 years old, I told Dad I'd love to play the fiddle. And so really I didn't get started taking lessons and getting interested until I was about 14. They found me, my fiddle teacher, Larry Dixon out of Sherwood, Arkansas, started taking fiddle lessons there. And then I did bluegrass up until 1989. And then I moved to Branson in 89 and started doing country. So anyway, I love it and I really didn't even really start singing, like singing lead vocals until till then. I mean, I always sang harmony, but I just never really showed any interest in singing lead until I got up here. But that's where it all began.
As a kid, did you take voice lessons?
No, never took a voice lesson. No. Mom always sang in church, and I just automatically heard the harmonies, and I would sing the harmonies and all. And I was too shy to get up in front of anybody. And so when I was 14, and I started taking fiddle lessons, and they pushed me out there, I was scared out of my wits. But I learned to come out of that shyness some. And Branson actually helped me a lot to come out of my shyness. I'm still shy to a certain extent, but I've learned how to talk to people and how to act like I'm having a good time. I do think I look like I'm having a good time. So anyway,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you do. You look like you're having a good time, and I know that you are. And it's always amazing to me because I can't imagine how many songs you have to learn to be able to come out. And I can't see a teleprompter. I can't see anything about it. So it would appear to me that you know the songs. I don't see anybody looking, and in this business, I would know if they were reading the music and stuff, and can't see any of that at all. So you know the songs, and that is a gift too, because I can't remember any of the songs, and so 2 or 3 words, and then I'm done. Well, I'm humming now, and I can't sing anyway. So it's absolutely amazing how you're able to do that.
well, well, there is a lot of memorizing and stuff like that goes on. But I mean, with the songs that I pick to do, it's a lot of the older classic country, that I've heard my whole life. So it's not something that's just brand new to me for the most part. It's mostly stuff I've heard my whole life. So that makes it a little easier.
One of the things, Melanie, that I oftentimes hear from performers is, when I was a kid, wasn't even on the radar screen that I would be doing this. And oh, I watched this person and that person, and they were absolutely amazing. And then as we get to talking about us, well, who have you performed with? Who have you been on stage with? Who have you shared the show with? And they get to talking about it. And I said, when did that sort of just soak in that, man, how does this work? How is it that I belong up here with these folks and I can sing, and there's people out here in the audience that have huge abilities and gifts that the Lord gives, and does that just sort of overwhelm you after a while?
Um, it makes me happy. It makes me happy all over. Growing up, I would listen to there was a show actually called Classic Country, and I seen Buck Trent on there. I saw Porter Wagner on there, and I'd sit up till midnight or later and watch them, and just, and watching Hee Haw, watching Roy Clark and all those guys. And I always dreamed of someday getting to just sing backup with them, just sing backup with them or play with them someday. And it actually came true. And it's such a great feeling. I never would have dreamed that it would come true, but I always had that, that would just be so neat, if I could be like Barbara Fairchild. I mean, through the years, I've been here for 30 years, and I've got to meet and play with a lot of different artists that I grew up watching on TV. And there's some that even show up, like you said, in the audience, and oh my gosh, it's a great feeling, but yet it's terrifying too, so.
Yeah, but what a blessing that is. And I know in this case that your husband, Wayne Massengale, has won Fiddler of the Year in Branson 10 years, and you've won 3 or so. And so between the two of you, you're pretty well dominating all of that.
We kind of go back and forth sometimes, don't we?
Is it fun to, perform with your husband like that? Or is it competition, or what is it?
No, it's not competition at all. There's a lot of people that ask, and it's not at all. You know what? What is neat about us is he learned Texas fiddle. I learned bluegrass fiddle. So that's 2 different styles of learning to play. So we actually compliment each other when we're working up parts and stuff like that. There's some things that aren't as easy for me to pick up that he learned his Texas style way. And there's some things that aren't as easy for him to learn in my bluegrass way. And, we don't argue about it. We just sit and work it out and do it whichever one's the easiest first both. And it's worked out beautifully for us. We've been married for 22 years, and I guess just because we have that in common, we just learn how to work it out together. We like to give each other a hard time, but it's all in fun.
I can tell it's just good-natured fun, and I can tell you guys are having fun with it. And how many shows, once the season really gets going, if it wasn't for the virus, and how many shows do you guys do a day? Do a day?
Wayne does 3 to 4 a day on Fridays when we do the programming for the recording for Branson Country USA. He'll do 4 shows a day plus a rehearsal in between on that taping day. But for the majority in the fall, that band will do 3 shows a day, a 10 o'clock, a 3 o'clock, and a 7:30. And then, like I said, when we tape Branson Country USA, then that's a 10:30 show. It's an hour long. And I normally do 2, well, we'll see. No, this year I'm doing 1 show a day, and then I'll do 2 shows on Thursday and 2 shows on Friday. So I've slowed down. I'm kind of glad to be quite honest, because, I still have a family at home, and I kind of need to a certain extent. I homeschool.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, do you homeschool?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awesome. We homeschooled our youngest one, and she wound up being valedictorian and cum laude and all those things. And so I don't know how she got it all, because we're not that smart, but that's what she got it. So that was awesome. I think that's great to be able to homeschool. And you have 2 kids, don't you?
Yes, we do. We got Garrett, who's 19, and Dylan, he's 16. So it's almost over for me to have to be a homeschool teacher. So I'm kind of stoked about that too.
Well, you only get a break for a little while. Just a little while you get the break, and then the grandkids show up. And there you go.
I want to talk about Oh.
Do you and Wayne and the kids, do you go out and do shows outside the Branson area?
Yes, we do. We have done some road shows on our own. Garrett is 19. He's our drummer. Dylan is 16, and he is our bass player now. And both boys sing. And of course, I play usually a lot of acoustic, but I'll play fiddle with Wayne on some things. But
how about a hand for Melody, Wayne, Dylan, and Garrett?
following a distant star to where he lay, not being sure of what it meant, but knowing it was heaven sent. They made their way, and the creatures gathered round and didn't make a sound, and the angels cried.
The angels knew what was to come, the reason God had sent his son from up above. It filled their hearts with joy to see, knowing of his destiny came tears of love, and the creatures gathered round and didn't make a sound, and the angels cried.
Right now we're doing a show at Choices Concert Hall here in Branson on Thursdays from 5:30 to 7. And that's great for us, one day a week, a dinner show, and just us as a family. We got a couple other guys helping us out, Dino Strunk on guitar and John Lance on piano. And it's just perfect for us to get to play together, you know, because we're busy. I mean, Wayne and I are both at Grand Country, and we don't like leaving, you know, the theater to go do road shows and stuff. So that just works out perfect for us.
Yeah. That's expensive to go out on the road. You got to have all of the equipment that goes with it, and the bookings and promotions and everything that goes with it. That's difficult.
Well, and two, I mean, like you mentioned earlier, how many shows a day? I mean, you know, there's so many shows that Wayne does in there. Also, Garrett, our 19-year-old, does the Sunday show in there. They have Ozarks Country and Ozarks Gospel on Sundays. Now, that's when Wayne's off, but Garrett plays drums for them, and that's at 2 and 7 every Sunday. And it kind of makes it hard to miss that many shows and go on the road, you know, as well. So it all works out and worked out well for us, you know. So anyway.
Good. And your parents, are your parents still living?
My dad passed away 5 years ago. My mom is still living.
Did she come up and watch the shows?
She doesn't get away too much. She watches the TV show religiously at home. So and she always texts me and tells me what she liked and what she didn't like. But that's a mom in her. I love it.
Well,
I love it.
Moms know best, as you know. Do you see the two kids being involved in music out on their own?
Anytime they want to, I'm more than ready for them to. I'll miss them. You know, I don't want to tie them down to us. If they want to go on further, then I hope they do. I just really hope they'll have something else, but instead of just depending on music, I want them to have another trade, to do something, you know, besides just music. I've been very lucky. I went to college for 1 year, but I've been very, very lucky to be able to do this as long as I have and keep jobs, and Wayne too. But I hope that they will, you know, go to school or learn something else, you know, do this for fun, you know. So, but yeah, they're really hooked. They want to keep doing it.
Do they? Well, and that's good, and obviously they're talented at it, simply from watching their parents and then being part of the shows. Awfully good college down at the College of the Ozarks right there in your town.
Yes.
Maybe they'll filter over to that. I've yet to meet a kid that I haven't been impressed with that's gone to that university. Just exceptional kids.
Yeah.
And so what's the immediate future hold for you guys? I know this has been a tough season for all of the performers. It's been an expensive one, and because all the bills still come in and there isn't an income, but hopefully things are beginning to turn around where that you can get in some shows. But what do you see for you and Wayne coming up in the immediate future?
Well, right now we're seeing the town really open up. There's been a lot of traffic in here. I think we're going to come back stronger than ever. The town's going to come back stronger than ever. we're just ready to get on with it and get the shows going, get the people back and into having fun, and everybody be safe at the same time. You know, we start the Down Home show in September. Normally we do it in April and May, but we couldn't do it due to the corona. It had just hit right when we were going to start rehearsals for that. We do a spring run and a fall run. That's at 10 a.m. Monday through Friday. But we're going to come back stronger than ever. September let's see, it's going to be September 9th through December 11th, Monday through Friday. And Branson Country USA is already going. We've already recorded two new episodes. So you should have seen probably a new one this past weekend. And yeah, and it's already up and going. And I'm thinking back to normal, you know, but just everyone use safety precautions, you know.
Yeah. Melanie, I appreciate it. Thank you for taking time to visit with us. And folks, if you're watching this, you've seen Melanie on television lots of times at Branson Country USA and other spots. And her husband is Wayne Massengale. You've seen him in the background. Sometimes they're on the stage together and up front. And it's an absolutely amazing show. We've seen both of your kids perform with you guys. And it's awesome to see the family and to see what you guys are doing.
Well, thank you. And be sure to look up greencountry.com. They do have some great packages at unbelievable prices. And there's all different shows in there. They have shows running in there all the time. And so there's something for everyone at Grand Country.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And all that contact information will be on the screen. Thank you for taking time to visit with us. God bless you.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you.